Hey everyone, this is Chappie over here at Intense, and for today's video we're going to be going over brake caliper alignment on our Intense 951 gravel. Let's get started. Alright, so the first area that we're going to address here is our rear brake. So for the sake of the video, we've got this positioned up for easy viewing. So the two bolts we'll be using for adjustment here is right here and here. These are our rear caliper bolts. Now before we make any adjustments, let's kind of see what's going on. So we'll go ahead and spin the rear wheel with our cranks and listen for any noise, and also watch for any, basically any type of friction or anything that would be slowing the wheel down. So as you can hear, there's a little bit of grinding and then a little bit of rubbing. And then I'll go ahead and stop pedaling and we'll watch to see if the wheel keeps going or stops. So as you can see there's quite a bit of rub, a very excessive amount of rub. Now you could ride the bike like this, but you're going to generate a lot of extra heat in the brakes, and you're also going to, well, lose a lot of energy. So what we'll do is make an adjustment here and then we will recheck. All right, so the adjustment method we're going to use here is a very simple process, and it's something that you will be able to do on the rear brake as well as the front. So we'll start on the rear here. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen these two 4mm bolts that we spoke to earlier. Just about a quarter turn. And then from there, we're just going to use our hand and spin the rear wheel very slowly, and then grab that rear brake and then squeeze it a couple times as we roll. And then squeeze, and that last squeeze, go ahead and hold it. And then from there, we're going to tighten and retorque our caliper bolts from 6 to 8 Newton meters. Now with those snug back into position, let's go ahead and retest. So at this point, you can see that the wheel's actually spinning freely now, and also you can hear that the brake's not rubbing at all. All we hear is the cassette. All right, so now that we've adjusted the rear, let's move to the front. Now on to the front. So the front caliper and caliper mount is slightly different. So for this process, we're going to be using this bolt and this bolt. Still 4mm, but just looks a little bit different. So from here, we're going to test and see where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and spin our wheel with our hand, moderate speed, and we're going to go ahead and watch the wheel and see if it's slowing down as it is now, and also listen. So as you can see, it is rubbing, not nearly as bad as the rear, but it's still requiring adjustment. So now we're going to spin the wheel slowly. We're going to give the brake a few pumps and then press and hold. Now press and hold. Now we're going to snug our two caliper bolts up. And we're going to retorque to 6 to 8 Newton meters. We're going to release our brake and then spin the wheel again to recheck. So as you can see there and here, there is no rub and the wheel is spinning freely. So now we know our front caliper is properly adjusted. All right, so there you have it. We have successfully completed the caliper adjustment for our Intense 951 gravel. If you have any questions or need any assistance along the way, don't hesitate to reach out to our customer service team. They'll be more than happy to help. Thanks so much for choosing Intense.